Hey guys, trust always good. Would you like to sit with me and reflect together? First, which comes is to acknowledge the intention which brought you to watch that video. Acknowledge that. Something like you can say thank you. And it may sound weird to thank the intention, but try and see what comes with that. Because the very intention brought you to that video. The very intention brought us together in a way. Without that intention, nothing is possible. Yeah, when you acknowledge that intention, then you can move, like allow the eyes to move around and acknowledge what is already happening for you. The sounds which are there, the colors, the sensations, the forms, shapes. And to notice, are you doing something in order for all these to be here first? How the colors are happening, the sensations, the images, the shapes, the sounds. And you can acknowledge also that it's none of your doing. Nothing here is our doing. And then we can be curious what kind of thoughts are coming. What is the thought stream right now? The narrative is going on. What is narrating? And just be curious about that, nothing else. Curious. Let yourself be surprised. The same way like the surprise from the wind. The wind is so unexpected. And so the thoughts. No one knows what kind of thoughts will follow. We don't know. We have no clue. What would be our next thought? What will be our next sensation? And there is no need to figure it out or to try to guess. It's not needed. Who is doing that? I hope you can hear that word. Is it possible to know when the bird will start singing? Of course not. And why then we think that it's possible to know what are going to be our next thoughts? What we are going to think about? When we allow that rest to happen with curiosity and softness, and to start noticing that thoughts are arising from somewhere, and this place can't be spotted, we don't know. And then the system relaxes. Yeah, without that relaxation, the belief that I am thinking these thoughts or these thoughts are mine, it's very strong. So a little bit of relaxation is needed, a little bit of calmness. Usually this narrative, there are different ways to stop this narrative. There is a way in which you can force that, but I'm not sure how successful is that. How successfully you can force the thoughts to not come. Maybe you can check in and see for yourself. There is another way when something really, really out of nowhere happens, out of the blue. Let's say a dangerous situation or something really unexpected, like we are walking on the sea and on the beach, and then we saw in the sea dolphins, for example, and then this stops, like this stops, and no words, as if like, and we all experience that, we all know that. We can confirm from our own direct experience that, yeah, I don't have to meditate for 1 hour per day in order to notice that. It's already happening. And yet meditation can help, of course. And there is another way to soften that narrative. Be curious how these thoughts appear, from where they're coming and where they're going into. Really curious, to be really curious about that. To be alert. To be like a cat which is hunting mouses. The cat is very relaxed, but is alert. And if a thought came, like, but somehow it feels like me, somehow it feels like I often hear that when I'm speaking with someone, it's like I'm believing this. It's like, why am I believing these mean thoughts? Why am I believing that? And then the same curiosity, the same approach or way, we can look at this one who is believing the thoughts. What is this? Who is this? I'm believing, as if it's the same, like if I say I'm believing the sun is shining for me, I'm believing the wind is It's coming for me. It's blowing for me. I'm believing the bird is singing for me. But these are all happenings. Not for someone. Not for me, not for you. Not for anyone. I think I will move a little. It's not better like that. Bear with me. I think that's better. So what is this which is saying, I'm believing my thoughts? Or I'm so identified with my thoughts? What is this? What is this I which is being identified? Where it is resides? What is its shape, color, smell, sensation? What is the taste of the eye? How can you know that there is something like that? When we start looking thoughts like that, something really amazing start happening. The more we look, the more it opens up more and more and more and more. Yeah, question that belief that I am thinking my thoughts. This is such a core belief, so strong. I'm thinking my thoughts, therefore I'm responsible for these thoughts. Therefore, I'm responsible for my actions. Therefore, I'm responsible for my life. Therefore, I'm responsible for someone else's life. Therefore, I'm responsible for the world out there. The core belief is that I am thinking my thoughts. These are mine. I mean, if you just take a closer look, just one look, a simple look, like, do I know what thought will come before it comes? Do I know? Or what have I done for this thought to appear here? If there is a curiosity and alert looking, things are seen through, nothing is hidden. And you don't have to do hard work for that, to pray or to, I don't know. Of course, if you want, why not? You can do that, of course. Yeah. But only if there is a little bit of curiosity. Thoughts can be seen through for what they are. Empty of meaning, empty of substance, rising from nowhere. I mean, this here is not the voice of God. And if there is this idea or belief that this is like very important voice or very important thing, or what would I be without this? Let's look at this one, which is wondering what would I be without these thoughts? What am I without these thoughts? These thoughts are still here. I mean, not the same, but thought process is still happening. Thoughts are still happening. Various kind of thoughts. But they're not believed. There are some practical thoughts. And after that or within that, some action may appear. But this is not everything. And it claims that it is everything. Isn't it weird? Like it's not everything. At the same time, it claims that it's everything. But when we start looking, we see. No thought is needed right now. For you to look and see that you are not thinking this. This is not happening through thought. Thought cannot see that. Thought can't see. Thought cannot experience. Thought cannot guess. Thought cannot conclude. Thought cannot do anything. Thoughts are just appearance, like all the rest. And thoughts also can change. They change because they follow the experience. When the experience here changes, thoughts are following the experience. And in a way, they may become lighter, softer, nicer. But they are not believed anymore. Because the believer is nowhere to be found. Who can believe thoughts? Thoughts for somebody appeared to nobody. And yeah, when we start questioning thoughts, reality starts shining. Because it's different than what thoughts are explaining. Thoughts cannot describe anything, any of that. Thoughts create illusion of a me, of a someone. So if you would like to really be surprised, start looking at thoughts in your own direct experience, how these are happening, where they're coming from, where they're going into. Can you follow a thought from where it came? Can you follow it back? And when it disappeared, where it went? Yeah, start looking with curiosity. You don't have to practice anything. And in the beginning, it feels difficult only because this habit to be more like to thinking, habit to think, it's so strong. But slowly, when you start feeling how pleasant it is to just be in the experience of whatever is happening without believing any thought, it feels different. Quite different. Mm. Yeah, no one told us. No one told us that it is all imagination. We never questioned that because everyone is like insane. No, let me show you my intellect, my thoughts, my. Yeah, approach that with curiosity. Thoughts are the main thing which is creating the illusion. So when thoughts are seen through, illusion is seen through. Check, explore, share. If you need support, reach out. Don't listen to thoughts that reaching out for support is not a good thing. Everyone is reaching for support. Everyone I know reaches for support. That's nonsense. Those who are not admitting that, they just don't speaking about that. But everyone needs support. And everyone deserves support, and support is being given. And there is no one here helping someone else there. This is the illusion. Helps appears as watching that video, as watching another video, as reaching out for help, as going and reading that book or doing different things. This is help. Appears in so many ways. Yeah. Oh, I will leave you with that. Just when the video is finished, pause and wait for the next thought to come. Be curious. What kind is going to be the next thought? What is going to be the next thought? Just be curious, and then be curious for the second one, and then be curious for the third one, and for the fourth one, and the fifth. And in the beginning, it seems that there is no gap between thoughts. In the beginning, they're like, but the more we look, the more gap is there. And the gap is where your place is. In the gap is the silence, joy, contentment, peace, rest, love. Waiting to be acknowledged, to be seen, noticed. Much love, guys. See you soon.